So, as you can see on the screen, there is some things in the Spider-Verse that I've seen people go crazy about. They have the protect trans kids. Miles Morales also has a BLM. And Jessica Drew being black and pregnant. Um, Even though that comic idea was a little ridiculous that she's out there fighting crime and she's like 5 or 6 months pregnant. Um, Here's a factor that comes into play. I'll start with Jessica Drew. So it looks like from the trailer, the idea is playing with family. Peter Parker is having kids. It looks like there's something going on where people and their families are what's important. Also, too, Jessica Drew is from an alternate universe, so why wouldn't they have one that could be possibly black? Just like there actually could possibly be a Miles Morales that's Caucasian. And maybe instead of Puerto Rican, he could be like all Caucasian and Native American or Incan or any type of thing. So, just saying, that's kind of the whole thing of the multiverse. Now you take that out of it, right? Okay, I know there are people, and it's the culture war. There are people who are like, yo, the trans kids, blah blah blah. It's grooming. I watched a video recently where some guy was like in Lego, and because they had the pride flags on, from what I heard, I think it was during Pride Month, they're like, you're grooming the children to try to make them be about this. But while he's saying this, he's saying very, we'll just say vulgar acts of intimacy, loud, in front of all these kids. Now, whatever side of the fence you sit on, if you personally don't feel that there should be trans kids or that there are people who do. And the interesting thing is that they're like, it's promoting, like I see a lot of people going, it's promoting propaganda, it's promoting child mutilation and things like that. Now, my personal belief is that a child shouldn't be able to make permanent changes to themselves until they're 18. Like they can do things on their own. That it gives them enough time to at least think about things. If the family support it the whole time and then they're 18 and they're like, I still want to do this, okay. Just not beforehand. But that I also associate that with, like, you won't let a child smoke a cigarette. You won't let a child go to war. You won't let, like, an 18-year-old actually makes a lot of life decisions for themselves that can impact their lives for years to come. Going to war, signing contracts, being able to get a credit card. So they're able to make more life decisions. That's just how I see it. Now, there's people who are like, well, that's wrong. Well, no, I don't feel a child should have the right to make permanent decisions on their lives. That's why the parents are there to protect them and guide them. And then from there, they move on to society. And when they can do other decisions that can impact their lives, smoking, like I said, voting, even. Like these things that actually impact society. Once they become an impact on society, then they can become an impact on what they do, with themselves physically and how they want to be. I have no issue with it, if they want to do that, but, at least 18. So, but there are people who do believe in this, and they were talking about that in the BLM thing. And they were like, well, and I saw like some people go, what if it said Blue Lives Matter or something like that? Well, Miles's family is black and Latino. And there are black and Latino people who do 100% believe in BLM. Now, there's people that keep doing the whole, well, there's organization. Okay, but that doesn't mean every person that's following it is. They're doing it because they have a belief that they're being persecuted or anything like that. And it makes sense for where Miles is from that he would be a part of that. Just like it makes sense that Spider-Gwen, or I don't know if she's called Spider-Woman or Ghost Spider in the movies. I just know she's Gwen, so I'm calling her Spider-Gwen. she may have that because maybe she has a friend who is, or maybe that's what she believes. Now, on the other token, I do also understand that people are like, they're pushing all these agendas again. They're trying to give the kids, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. I have also seen some of these people who are yelling about that say some other things about certain situations. One in particular, George Floyd, and they had some not so good guy kind of things to say about that situation. Some of them, dare I say, have even joked about it. And if you know one of the people I'm talking about that's jumping all over this, there you go. I'm not going to go that much deeper. However, here's how I see it. For me personally, do I feel like these were needed in the film? No. Do I understand why they put it in the film? Kinda. If you feel like these couple things means that your family needs to stay away from it and you want no political stuff in it whatsoever from that side, that is fine. And I think you should. If you feel like you need to keep your kids away from it, keep your kids away from it. However, when there's content that goes the opposite way, I want you to keep that same energy. That's what I say. Keep the same energy if the content goes the opposite way. I usually just check things off in my head that, okay, I may not like that. So that's how I'm viewing it. I'm just like, the BLM thing really doesn't bother me. Like I said, trans kid thing, I'm not a fan of that idea. But I do understand there are people that are. And I'm not going to sit here and rip them apart for it because there are people that are. Like I said, I have my own beliefs. So tell me what you think in the comments. Does these couple of things or few things in here make you say no to the whole movie? For me, it depends on if it's a quick phase versus if they start to emphasize it. Then that starts to make the difference. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do know there are people out there that are in total agreement, and it's one of those political things of which side do you lean on. I personally feel like they could have done without it, but I'm still going to see the movie. I love the first movie. We'll see if the second movie is a downgrade or if they start focusing or if it's just they just wanted to put it in there just to say, hey, we support that. We'll see. If anything, it'll just knock points off for me. This is the Geek Protagonist. Actually, you know what? Before I go, I want to hear what you guys say. Tell me what you think about this situation and how you feel about it. Do you feel like it's just a passing thing that you may not agree with? Do you feel like it ruins the whole experience? Are you all about it and like, no, it needs to be more like this? I really want to see what people think. I'm actually genuinely curious. Like I said, for me, one of them I view as okay. I've experienced things to see enough. The other one I'm like, I don't agree with. But I understand why they put it in there. As long as it's not like overtaking the movie. Okay, I'm not a big fan of just them putting it in. And I think that knocks off a couple points for me. Geek Protagonist, you stay safe, you stay healthy, stay real. See ya.